Hey guys, today it's all about gimbals and specifically gimbal modes. What mode do we put the gimbal in for this action? What action can I do with what mode? Which works best with what? Let's get into it and find out together. We got the gimbal. What mode do we use? When do we use it? How do we use it? What's going on? We're going to straighten it all out for you right now. Just so you know, I'm using a Hohem ISTEADY V2 and I am not sponsored by them. It just happens to be the gimbal I used to create this video. We're going to be looking at different modes and how to use them the best way. Now, I find changing, especially with the Hohem, changing what mode I'm in, I do it in the app. I'll put some links down below to the iStudy V2 so you can have a look at the app. You can have a look at the gimbal and everything else. This one's not about that. This one's simply about the modes. So you can check that out for yourself. I will tell you though, when you're doing your gimbal moves, slow and steady wins the race. You need to do slow pannings and slow moves. If you're just trying to whip it around, you're still going to get pretty stable footage, but it's not going to be the best you possibly can. Now, by default, the iStudy V2 comes in on the pan tilt mode. Now, if you're wondering, pan, tilt, roll, it's just like an airplane, right? You've got your pan, you've got your tilt, and your roll, just like a plane. So the first one, the pan and the tilt are unlocked, but the roll is, so it won't twist that way. But it does take a little more practice to use the pan tilt. Now, our first move is simply a pan. You're just rotating left or right, slowly and smoothly, being aware you don't want to activate the tilt. You want to keep a nice steady pan left or right. Our next is for following a subject, or in this case, you can see I'm going up and down stairs. I'm initiating the tilt to get a little more creative look to that bit of video clip, and I come up and I can keep the horizon straight. And that's simply great for walking and following a subject. The next one here, this is great because you can use a tilt to your advantage and you can pan up and down tall objects to really emphasize their height and create a very dramatic look within your image. So the next one we're going to get into is what they call sports mode. Basically, it's just pan follow mode. So what that means is everything else is locked but the pan. So you can pan, but it'll keep your horizon level. Let's get into having a look at when and how to use it. Now, as the name implies, we simply do a pan. Because the tilt is locked, it keeps our horizon nice and steady. When we're doing our pan, again, left and right. Now you can see I did an adjustment using the joystick and it stays in that position. So as you move the tilt with the joystick, it'll stay in that position when you're doing your pan. Our next move is to follow a subject, or in this case again, I'm up and down the stairs. But you can see the horizon is locked and it will not adjust the tilt down, so you lose some of the scene. So you see coming down the stairs here that the horizon is kept straight. Now another move you can do, here the fake drone shot or a jib shot with this mode, it works out really, really well. I like the effect. The next move we can do in this mode is called the reveal, where you can pan or rise up from something to reveal your subject or your scene. Now the next mode we're going to look at is the all locked mode, which means all your motors are locked. That gimbal is not moving in any direction, any way, shape, or form. So let's get in and have a look at the all locked and how we can use it to our advantage. Now our first move with this is walking in a straight line, or if you have a subject, which I don't have here, but if you have a subject, you're simply following behind them because everything's locked, everything will stay straight and stable and you can get a pretty good effect with it. Now this is one of my favorites. Look at that. A fake drone takeoff with all your motors locked. It looks phenomenal. Look at this. Hyperlapses. I love hyperlapses, and this is one of the best modes to do it with. Our next mode is the POV, all follow mode. That means everything is unlocked. I like to call this one the airplane mode because you can have a lot of fun with it, but hang on for your motion sickness because everything is unlocked and you can twist and turn and bang and you can be super creative with it. I just warn you though, don't overdo it. With everything unlocked, you can have a lot of creative fun with this. You can do any of the moves that we've basically done before, but it takes a lot of skill to be able to control all those different axes that are now unlocked. And we're just flying around this little miniature simulation of the Great Lakes. And are you nauseated yet? Because whoa, that dipping and turning. Our last mode, it's kind of an add-on. Most gimbals don't have this built in. This one does. 3-click on the right button puts you into Inception mode. It's basically just a barrel roll. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Border Pass in Sarnia. They have wakeboarding and boat rentals. Note, this video is not sponsored by them, but they allowed me to capture a little bit of footage of one of their guys using a wakeboard, and I thought, how neat would it be to do it in Inception mode? This is a very stylized look. Not all gimbals are capable of Inception or the barrel roll. This one has a built-in, which is really cool. He was just out wakeboarding and I caught this clip of it. It's a very stylized look, like I say, so don't overdo it, but it is neat. There you have it. That is the basic gimbal modes, and what moves can you do in each of the modes. Now, it's not law. You can chop and change and work it to your advantage. The best thing I can suggest to you is get out there and practice. Try the different modes, try the different moves within the modes. This will give you a good foundation to get out there and play, experiment, get creative, and enjoy the world of videography. So that's it for this one. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Hit that bell notification so you know when I post new videos. If you enjoyed this, please give us a thumbs up. So, until the next time.